Have you ever wondered how the legend of the first vampire came to be? Vampires have captivated human imagination for centuries, and it's easy to see why. These bloodthirsty creatures of the night have evolved from medieval monsters to modern-day sex symbols. But have you ever stopped to think about where it all began? The origins of vampire folklore are shrouded in mystery, and yet they're deeply rooted in our collective psyche. From Nosferatu to Twilight, the concept of the undead has evolved significantly over time. But one question remains: who was the first vampire? Some might say that the idea of a vampire is just a myth, a figment of our imagination. But what if I told you that there's more to it than that? What if there's a historical figure who sparked the legend of the vampire? A person whose actions were so sensational that they've been immortalized in our collective consciousness? As we delve into the story of the first vampire, get ready to embark on a journey that spans centuries, continents, and cultures. It's a tale of blood, lust, and betrayal that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about the undead. The mystery surrounding the origins of vampire legends is palpable. Despite the abundance of myths and legends, pinpointing the first vampire in history is a daunting task. Historians and scholars have debated this topic for centuries, but a concrete answer remains elusive. Some point to ancient civilizations, while others believe that the concept evolved over time, influenced by various cultural and mythological traditions. Finding the first vampire is like searching for a needle in a haystack, the haystack being centuries of oral traditions, folklore, and mythology. The lack of concrete evidence makes it difficult to pinpoint the exact origin of vampire legends, and yet we can't help but be drawn to the mystery. Were the ancient Greeks and Romans aware of vampire-like creatures, or did the concept emerge later in medieval Europe? One thing is certain: the legend of the vampire has been shaped by various cultures and civilizations, each adding their own twist to the story. The search for the first vampire is a journey through time, exploring the darkest corners of human history and the recesses of our collective psyche. From blood-drinking deities to demonic entities, the concept of the vampire has evolved significantly over time, influenced by cultural, mythological, and historical factors. The more we delve into the mystery, the more questions we have, and yet we can't help but be drawn to the allure of the unknown. The truth is, the legend of the vampire is as old as humanity itself, and its evolution is a testament to our boundless imagination and our deep-seated fear of the unknown. As we explore various cultures' vampire myths, we begin to notice a pattern. From the blood-drinking deities of ancient Mesopotamia to the demonic entities of medieval Europe, the concept of the vampire has evolved over time, influenced by cultural and historical factors. In ancient Greece and Rome, we find tales of blood-drinking demons and deities, while in Africa, we discover stories of vampiric creatures that roam the savannas at night. In Asia, the concept of the vampire takes on a unique form with tales of demonic entities that prey on the living. Each culture has added its own twist to the story, shaping the legend of the vampire into what we know today. The vampire myths of ancient Mesopotamia, with their blood-drinking deities, laid the groundwork for the modern concept of the vampire. In medieval Europe, the legend evolved Further, influenced by Christianity and the fear of the unknown, the historical figure of Vlad the Impaler, a brutal prince from Wallachia, would later become synonymous with the legend of Dracula, forever changing the face of vampire folklore. One name, however, stands out among the rest, a historical figure who's often credited as the first vampire in recorded history. The story of the first vampire is a tale of drama, passion, and betrayal. At the heart of the legend lies a historical figure, a man whose actions would spark a chain reaction that would change the course of vampire folklore forever. This is a story of love, loss, and sacrifice, one that would lead to the creation of the first vampire. The events that led to the transformation of this individual are shrouded in mystery, but one thing is certain: it was a moment that would change the course of history. As we delve deeper into the story, we find ourselves in ancient Greece, where we meet the man who would become the first vampire. His name was Ambrogio, a mortal man with an insatiable thirst for power and a penchant for the dark arts. Ambrogio's story is one of passion and lust, of desire and sacrifice. It's a tale that would take us from the sun-kissed hills of Greece to the darkest corners of the underworld, a journey that would change Ambrogio forever. The transformation of Ambrogio was a gradual one, influenced by his dealings with the dark arts and his unrelenting thirst for power. As he delved deeper into the mysteries of the unknown, Ambrogio found himself drawn to the very thing he feared the most: death itself. The transformation was complete, and Ambrogio became the first vampire in recorded history, a creature driven by an insatiable thirst for blood and a penchant for the dark arts. The story of Ambrogio, the first vampire, has had a lasting impact on vampire folklore. From the bloodthirsty creatures of medieval Europe to the modern-day vampires of popular culture, the legend of the first vampire has shaped the way we think about the undead. The tale of Ambrogio serves as a reminder that no matter how fantastical the concept may seem, the legend of the vampire is rooted in history and human psychology. As we reflect on the epic story of the first vampire, we're reminded that, at its core, the legend is a testament to human imagination and our deep-seated fear of the unknown. In conclusion, the story of the first vampire is a complex tapestry of history, mythology, and culture. From ancient Mesopotamia to modern-day pop culture, the legend has evolved significantly over time, influenced by various factors. The tale of Ambrogio serves as a reminder that, despite the many twists and turns, the legend of the vampire is rooted in human psychology and our fear of the unknown. What's your favorite vampire story? Share with us in the comments below. And don't forget to check out our other videos on vampire lore and mythology.